Hey Brian, hop up here and take a look at this thing.
All right, I'll take a look. Oh yeah, we got some chipping and flaking paint.
Yeah, this roof looks like it was on fire.
Yeah, agree. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Brian. This is Phil. Welcome back to the Dupli-Color Garage. We have our shop truck in here once again. It's a 20-year-old truck, and we're looking at some more issues like some flaking paint.
Yeah, lots of oxidation. The sun's really been beating on this thing.
Yeah, and flake and clear coat, and the paint is down all the way to the metal where we have some rust as well. But we have a solution and something that you can do in your garage as well. Now, being an older vehicle, this is very common, so something that you might experience, and we have a solution for this. We're gonna be using, let's say, our Dupli-Color primer or self-etch primer to go over top of that rust, our perfect match color to match the black, then also our 1K clear coat. I think we should use the gloss up here. We'll give it that UV protection that it needs and avoid this from happening in the future.
Yeah, we can shine this thing up pretty nice.
Yeah, I agree. So we're gonna grab some products and supplies and show you guys how easy it is to get this fixed. Prep is the most important part of any paint project. In this situation, we are dealing with a lot of flaking paint, and you should not apply any paint products over surfaces like this unless it is properly prepared. Using a DA sander and 320 grit sandpaper, we smoothed out and blended all flaking paint until you couldn't feel any rough edges. We then used 120 grit sandpaper to sand down any rusted areas, then went back over it with 320 grit paper to smooth things out again. We then masked off the entire roof to protect trim, glass, and areas we don't want painted. We used a combination of wide and thin masking tape and a roll of cellophane to protect the entire truck from overspray. After all sanding was complete, we blew off the roof with compressed air and wiped the surface down with our multi-purpose foaming prep spray. This removes any sanding residue as well as oils from our hands. We now have a clean surface that is ready for primer. We spot primed all bare metal areas with our self-etching primer and let that dry, and followed it up with our perfect match filler primer to help fill in any sanding scratches and surface imperfections. Before applying, shake the can for 2 minutes and 10 seconds after each minute of use. Ideal application conditions are when temperatures are between 60 and 95 degrees Fahrenheit with low humidity. To apply, hold the can 8 to 10 inches from the surface and apply 2 to 3 light coats in an even back and forth sweeping motion, followed by one heavier wet coat or until full coverage is achieved, allowing 10 minutes between coats. The primers dry to the touch in 30 minutes. Once the primer is dry, we wipe down the surface again to remove any dust that has settled on the surface and applied about 3 coats of Perfect Match Universal Black and allowed it to dry for a few hours. Finally, we applied 3 coats of our 1K clear gloss to finish things off and give it the high gloss finish and protection it needs. The first coat was light, second coat was medium, and the third coat was heavy to allow the clear to flow out for an even smooth finish, and applied each coat 10 minutes apart. If any additional coats of 1K clear are needed, do so within 2 hours of dry time or after 48 hours. 1K clear fully cures in 48 or more hours depending upon how many coats are applied. Wet sanding and buffing is not required. Always make sure you are applying our products in a well-ventilated area with proper face protection. We allowed the clear to dry for 2 hours and remove all the masking to reveal our results. Dupli-Color Perfect Match Premium Automotive Paint is an easy-to-use, high-quality, fast-drying acrylic lacquer paint specifically formulated to match the exact color of the original factory-applied coating. Perfect Match is available in a complete line of exact match colors for current and late model import and domestic vehicles, making it ideal for repairing paint blemishes, vehicle accessories, and more. Phil, this roof came out awesome. I mean, the gloss is amazing.
Yeah, man, I can see my reflection in this thing, and better yet, we've given this roof years of protection.
Yeah, agree. With that 1K clear, this roof is good to go for many more years. This truck's gonna sit outside for a long time, or at least it does sit outside now. And considering what it looked like, that UV protection was gone
Yeah, rust. We had bare metal in some spots. All the clear coat was peeled, but all the prep work we did really set this thing up nice.
Yeah, so Phil used, after he sanded it all down with 320 and then got in there where that rust was, I think with something even more coarse than that to dig out that rust, he cleaned it up with our multi-purpose foaming prep spray, laid down some of the self-etch primer, and then Phil and I did the entire roof with the Perfect Match filler primer, and then Phil laid down the Perfect Match black and then the 1K gloss clear, and the end result is amazing to say the least.
Yeah, that high gloss on the clear coat makes this thing look really nice.
So yeah, years to come, we won't have to worry too much about these scratches up top unless we take it off road and run it through some trees, but we have that UV protection that we need, we have the gloss that we need to match the rest of the truck, and we are good to go for several more years. So this job took us just a couple of hours here on the weekend in the garage, and this is a project that you can take care of yourself at home in your garage and be the boss of your own project. Now, if you want to find out more about the products that we use here and more products from Dupli-Color, visit duplicolor.com.